Today, I'm going to do a shoot test with my Beeman Sportsman RS2 series because I did a product review not too long ago and someone requested me to do a shoot test. So I got a couple different targets. I'm going to put a couple pellets in each of them with a different size, the 22 and the standard .177. I hope you can see it the way I got set up, and I hope you enjoy it. There's going to be a link at the bottom if you're interested in this pellet rifle, to where you can find them online. Let's see. And I'm shooting at these targets from about 25 feet away, starting out with the 22 caliber. I'm going to start with the farthest down cardboard tube.
Wow.
Alright, let me put another one in it. Okay, that was with the 22 and the cardboard tube. And I have a tape measure to measure how thick it is. I've never done this. That's fairly thick cardboard. I'm going to measure how thick it is after I get done with this. The third closest water bottle.
Oh my God.
Now let's go to this closest cardboard tube. And this is a single shot, so you have to break the barrel down every shot and reload it. I just want to see if the distance impacts the how hard they hit from how far away they are. So we're going for this closest tube. Because I don't know if they're going to go all the way through or not, but we'll find out. And these are hollow point 22 pellets. You can get a wide variety of pellets for these pellet guns anymore. Okay, so now that I've done that with the 22, I'm going to switch it out to the standard .177. Do the same thing. All you do, take your Allen wrench. There's a set screw right here. Just loosen up your set screw. When you get far enough out, the barrel will just fall out. And it says right here on the side of the barrel where you can line it up at. That Y goes in with that arrow, and it tells what size it is. That way you don't put the wrong size pellet in it. Then this barrel, standard .177, slide it in, line the arrows up, tighten your set screw down. And what I like to do is after you get the set screw tight, just kind of twist your barrel a little bit, because it'll feel like it's tight, but sometimes you can wiggle it into place and get it a little bit tighter. You have the pellets. And these are hunting pellets. They've got the field tip, so they're a little bit more pointy than the 22 pellets. They were hollow point. The 22 shoots at 900 feet per second. The 177 shoots at 1100 feet per second. And I have a guy that works with me that he traps during the fall for the hide, and he'll skin them and tan them. And he's bought not this brand of pellet gun, but he's bought a high-powered pellet rifle. Uses the standard .177 round, and he kills coons and possums with it all the time, and it just shoots a little bit faster than what these pellets are shooting. Again, this one's 1,100 feet per second. I think his shoots at like 1,250 or 1,300 feet per second, so not a lot faster than this. And he's able to kill raccoons, possums, skunks, and he does that just because of the noise that it makes, because he did a trap at the start with a 22, but it was just too loud for him. So he got him a high-powered pellet rifle, and it seems to work very good for him. So this time I'm going to go for the farthest water bottle. Okay, this time, since it didn't knock it over, I'm going to go for the farthest cardboard tube. Maybe I can get a comparison of the two side by side. Because I don't know which one would be better. Because the smaller one probably goes in deeper, but the larger one creates a larger hole. So I guess it just depends on what your goal is, because I usually use the 22 barrel and shoot rats. When I was at my old place before we got married and moved to our new place, I had a problem with rats getting in the dog food, and I'd shoot the rats from not much farther than what we are now with the 22 caliber, and it did fine for me. Again, this is probably a 7-year-old rifle. I've never had any trouble out of it, except for my dogs have knocked it over and broke the scope when it come with it. It had a scope with it. I'm gonna knock these water bottles down. And again, we're shooting from about 25 to 30 feet away. Let's do this closest cardboard tube. Okay, that's all I'm going to shoot for now. Let me show you a little bit on the rifle. When you cock it and it's ready to shoot, this little piece here in front of the trigger is actually your safety. The trigger, after it's ready to fire, you got a pellet in it. You have to push that forward, and then you can pull the trigger back to fire. The rear sights is attached to the actual gun. This part here stays on the stock itself, and the barrel front sights come off with the barrel. So depending on which one you shoot more, you'll have to adjust your back sight for what you're going to do with it, if it's hunting or target shooting or whichever size pellet you're going to use more. Because what I just did, the 22 barrel was shooting lower than the standard pellet, because the way I have the back sight set in, the barrel front sight is different on each barrel. So depending on what you're doing with it will affect where you're hitting on your target. Let's walk over and see what we've done to this cardboard and these water bottles.
Well, they ain't got no more body fluid.
Okay, that right there was the small pellet, and it went all the way through, and that was a full bottle of water, and it went all the way through it. This was a 22, and it went all the way through. Or maybe both of these was the 177. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but inside that cardboard tube is all tore up where the pellets have went almost all the way through it. And you might not think much, but that cardboard is almost a 1/2 inch thick cardboard tube. And those pellets went from 25 feet away, almost went through a 1/2 inch cardboard tube. Let's just see what it did to the ones that were farther away. Now this tube, again, is close to a 1/2 inch thick. And it was probably 30 feet away, maybe 35. And the inside of it is tore up where the pellets tried to go through it. And right there's one still, right there's one too. You can actually see the pellets still, hey, and right here's some down them, right where the thing was sitting. So they actually did go through the front wall. So at 35 feet, that 22 caliber pellet. Well, let me see. Let me see which one it is first so I can tell y'all more accurate of what it did. Okay, so I was wrong. At 35 feet, the 22 caliber pellet did not go all the way through the front wall of this tube, but the 177 did. Because you can see right there, I'm digging out the pellets. It deformed it, smashed it inside out. So there's the 22s that at 35 feet was stopped by a 1/2 inch of cardboard. And these two right here, I don't know if we saw that on the film or not, was actually inside the tube. You can see the ring where the cardboard was inside the ring of where the tube was. So at 35 feet, a 177 pellet will go through a 1/2 inch of cardboard. So I hope that is informative. I hope you can make your decision on what size pellet you need. Again, it just depends on what your goal is to do with it. I mean, they're fun to shoot, they're cheap, the rounds are inexpensive. There's a wide variety of pellets out there. Thanks for watching.
There will be a link down in the description to where you can go and see the other video on the product review itself.